it is a great privilege. It's a great privilege to be with a very great person, to talk to us, to have a very great person among us to talk to us. Uh, the name of Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen. Welcome you to our presence, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. And also, while we await those students that are joining, I also want to welcome those who are here with us, and I pray the Lord will help us to see us through. So today we are going to be starting a seminar that is titled, we already have the title with us, so we starting the program anytime soon. And also I want us to be with our pen and our paper, our writing materials, so that as he's talking, we'll be jotting down something. And in case we have any questions, we can ask. So I want us to do that. It's a great place to be here. So I want us to utilize the opportunity very well. So once again, I welcome Mr. Tajudeen.
Thank you.
Present. Thank you for coming, Jesus. All right. So, Mr. President, over to you, sir. So,
okay.
Mr. President, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, okay.
We can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, please, Dr. Kenny, please help me to mute those that are, I think there are some are unmuted. Please help me to mute them, sir. And if please unmute yourself, mute yourself, please, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for the welcome and opening remarks, Dr. Kenny. First of all, I want to appreciate everyone for their availability and for, let me say seriousness to participate in this kind of seminar. And secondly, I want to appreciate our guest speaker, Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen. It is really an honor to have you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. He's not available. I think he will join us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, sir. And let me go straight to the point. We all know that the theme for today is what? Self-empowerment, and the topics are a bit vast. I will know that by the time we are done with this seminar, we will all learn one thing or the other. Thank you so much for joining once again. And in the next 15 minutes, I'll be taking a topic which says leveraging on opportunities. Leveraging on opportunities. If you cannot hear me, please try and send a message on this platform. You see a place where you see chat. Send a message, and Dr. Kenny will check it and get back to me on that. I believe everybody can hear me. Dr. Kenny, can you hear me?
Yes,
okay,
sir. Perfect.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. I talked about you, but you were not. I think you were busy then.
No, I can hear you. I was with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate, sir. It is really an honor to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go straight to what I'm about to take in the next 15 minutes, and that's leveraging on opportunities. Leveraging on opportunities. And I will be glad if all students, if everybody is writing one thing or the other, we are here to learn. And the learning here is, like I said before this seminar, I said this program worth dollars. In Nigeria, I think it's worth 100,000 naira. And please do not take this seminar for granted. Please try and take note. I believe everybody, we are with our pen, our jotters. Please take note, take note. Thank you so much. So the topic is leveraging on opportunities. First of all, I would like to talk about leveraging. What is the meaning of leveraging? And leveraging means an influence used to gain an advantage. Dr. Kenny, can you hear me? So I can know if you are following, please.
Okay. I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Leveraging means an influence used to gain an advantage. That's the meaning of leveraging. And we all know the meaning of opportunities. So why am I taking this topic? One of the opportunities we are leveraging on is this seminar, and I want to talk about it because I believe that this seminar is not the only seminar we'll be participating. We all have to learn from different faces, different areas, different perspective. And leveraging on opportunities has to do with how to make use of opportunities given to us, how to leverage on it. And like this opportunity now, this seminar now, it is an opportunity. And those that are online, they are already leveraging on this opportunity. And thank you so much. This decision is a great decision. Thank you. And I really appreciate everyone for joining. And for those that will still be joining, thank you so much. So I want to take note of some things, and I will be glad if each and every one of us is writing something now. As I start, life is a business, and we all want to get opportunities that will improve our lives by making use of it effectively. I will come again. Life is a business, and we all want to get opportunities that will improve our lives by making use of it effectively. Most people trivialize the power of opportunities, or let me say they make use of it when available. There's a saying, opportunity comes but once. Opportunity comes but once. I believe in opportunities, and there are different ways we can get opportunities. Dr. Kenny, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear, sir.
Okay. And there are different ways we can get opportunities. And in Nigeria, most especially the youth, we are trivializing the power of opportunities, because I believe that opportunity can do a lot to our lives. And there are different ways we can be sensitive to opportunities around us. One of the ways we can know that we have been given an opportunity is this seminar now. This seminar is an opportunity for everyone to learn one or two things or the other, to gain experience. So you understand? Also, we can have access to opportunities through books. Once you read when you read a book, you get experience from it. That's another way. There are a lot of ways, so I will talk about it as I continue. The next line I want to talk about is, in your business, you have lots of opportunities to leverage to grow. I'll say it again. In your business, you have lots of opportunities to leverage to grow. Leverage enables you to create a more significant outcome with the individual input. Leverage, you have to know, I said leverage means an influence used to gain an advantage. Like now, those that are online, they are leveraging on the opportunity given to them to participate in this seminar, whereby we all have access to tap from the experience of our guest speaker, Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen. So this is part of what we are saying, that in summary, what I'm trying to say is that we should not trivialize the power of opportunities when it is given to us, because there's a saying, like I said, that opportunity comes but once. Let us leverage on every opportunity given to us. Let us be sensitive to know that this opportunity, it comes but once. If we make use of it, it will impact our lives and our communities and people around us. So that's, by the way, you can take advantage of a strength. You can take advantage of a strength. Like, for example, if for example, like this seminar now, after this seminar, you will gain some experience whereby it will help you to gain strength within and external. What do I mean by within? Within has to do with yourself. Please, Dr. Kenny, please mute your. Hello? Can you hear me, Dr. Kenny?
Everybody's mic is muted. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've seen the person.
Okay, sir. Like I said you can take advantage of a strength. Like, you can take advantage of an opportunity, and it will help you in two ways. One, it will help you within, and it will help you externally. You understand? What do I mean by within? Within has to do with yourself and family. For instance, now, if you gain an opportunity and you were able to gain some experience, some skills, to know some tactics, some strategies on how to overcome whatever opportunity you are giving. It will help your family. It will help you yourself. That's what I meant by within. So within has to do with yourself and family. Improving through the use of opportunities given to you. For example, like this seminar, I will continue using this seminar because I believe that after this seminar, each and every one of us will be like, wow, I've gained a lot of experiences. And you just gaining experiences without making use of the experiences will be like a waste of time. Like a waste of time. Like you know, like a waste of time. You just spend your time attend the seminar without any improvement, without any profit. Do you understand? So it didn't have to do with improving yourself through the use of opportunities given to us. So we should not trivialize opportunities when we see any opportunities around us. That's by the way. And when I mean externally has to do with how to influence communities, people around you. See, this life is not only about ourselves, me, myself. I want to improve myself. I want to have money. I want to write a book. I want to be famous. No. See, there's a saying, I think, if you're able to influence other people, then you can say you have achieved a lot. You trying to improve only yourself, you have not achieved anything. You have to influence people around you. That's what achievement means. So how do you influence people around you? It's when you make use of opportunities given to you. It's not that you just abandon the opportunity. You have to make use of it. You have to make use of the experiences you have gotten. That's what I mean by external. Like external has to do with how to influence the communities, people, through the opportunities you get or gotten, and disseminating the informations from the opportunity to people around you. That's what I meant by external. I want to quote a fact now, and I want everybody to write it down. The fact says that when you use your opportunities given to you, it becomes a valuable experience. I will repeat myself again. When you use the opportunities given to you, it becomes a valuable experience. I will say it for the last time. When you use the opportunities given to you, it becomes a valuable experience. For instance, after this seminar, all the experiences you have gained, if you don't make use of the opportunities, it will be like a waste of time. So that's not a valuable experience. It's not an experience that you tell people that I attended a seminar and it impacted my life. The next question that the person will ask you that, how does the seminar impact your life? And if you don't have anything to say, that means that's not a valuable experience. So that's the meaning of that fact, that when you use the opportunities given to you, it becomes a valuable experience. So the next talk says the 5 steps to leverage opportunities. 5 steps, this is the last subtopic I'll say now. 5 steps to leverage opportunities. Number 1, learn on how to recognize opportunities. Learn on how to recognize opportunities. Learn on how to recognize opportunities. Let me use myself as an example. Oh, someone is raising his hand. Okay, Abosede. Sorry, please, once I'm done, we'll unmute you and ask your question, please. Dr. Kenny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think someone is raising her hand. So once I'm done,
okay.
Abosede, yes. So the 5 steps to leverage opportunities. Number 1, learn on how to recognize opportunities. How can you recognize opportunities? I think some of us will have that question. We want to ask that question. So let me use myself as an example. Mr. Sulaymon, I've known him for a while now, and I noticed that Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen is the opportunity I'm seeing to gain more experience, to tap from his knowledge. So me not recognizing it that this man, this is an opportunity. Let me get experience from him. Let me gain skills from him. I may not be able to influence my family or people around me. Like I wrote a book, and I think Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen was part of those people that helped me in writing the book successfully. Although it might be surprised that I'm saying this now, but I have my way of being sensitive to things. So learn how to recognize opportunities. For example, read books. That's how you can recognize opportunities. If you want to recognize opportunities, you have to read books. There are opportunities in books. There are opportunities in seminars. A lot of them. There are a lot. Make research. So that's how to learn on how to recognize opportunities. Number two, analyze opportunities and its impact to your life. Like the example I gave myself that Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen is an opportunity to me. I said I had to analyze that this man, if I'm close to him, if I try to build a relationship with him, is it going to impact my life positively or I don't know? So I had to analyze and I could see that if I build a relationship with him, I will be able to gain experiences, to tap some of his experience, some of his skills, some of his knowledge, and I was able to do that. So that's number two. Analyze opportunities and its impact to your life. Number three, understand the patterns and method. Understand the pattern and method. That has to do with how to make use of the opportunities you have analyzed. It's not that you just, for example, like Mr. Sulaymon, if I want to analyze, although I've analyzed the opportunities, if I want to understand the patterns and method, I should be very careful of the way I build my relationship with him. That's the pattern and method I used was that I built my relationship with him. I was able to build a good relationship with him. So that's one of the ways to understand the pattern and method. Number four, assess the external impact. What will be the impact of the opportunities you have been given externally? You know, I said you have not achieved everything if you are not able to, if you are not able to influence the people around you, if you are not able to influence the communities. You must be able to influence the communities to achieve. Nobody has achieved anything without the influence of people. So assess the external impact. What will be the impact of the opportunities given to you? What will be the impact to the people around you? Or do you want to be selfish of the opportunities, of the experiences you have gained? So you have to disseminate, like I said, disseminate the opportunities, the experiences, the skills you have gained to other people. That's one of the ways to achieve. That's one of the ways to know a happy person. Do you understand? So, and the last one is, I said 5 steps. I've mentioned 4. Let me mention the 1 to 4 again. I said 1, learn on how to recognize opportunities. 2, analyze opportunities and its impact to your lives. 3, understand the patterns / methods. 4, assess the external impact. And number 5, pull it all together. Pulling it all together. What does that mean? Collate the experience together for use, as in you have to collate all the experiences, analyze the experiences, know how to make use of it effectively. That's how you can leverage on opportunities. Once again, I want to appreciate Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen for this opportunity, for the honor to just speak for, I think, 15 minutes. I'm not even time coach. I'm really sorry, sir. So thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate.
I was enjoying your speech. I hope other people also were enjoying it.
Yes, yes, sir. So,
yes, sir.
Any question, please? Sir, please, before we take any questions, sir, Mr. Sulaymon.
I'm with you. I can hear you.
Sir, please, I want you to add Adetono Ayomide as the co-host, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Adetono Ayomide.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Added, yeah.
Yeah. And also, Chibes Oli, sir.
Okay.
Chibes Oli.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Is the person in the meeting already?
Yes, he's there. I can see him here. Chibes Oli and Kadijat.
But I think it's also okay for few people. So we can just.
Okay, it's okay like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Now we have 3 co-hosts, so that is good.
Okay. That's okay, sir. So, any questions, please? Please raise your hand for any questions. Abosede.
Sir.
Do you have any question?
No, I can't hear you the other time. That's why I raised my hand.
Oh, okay. So were you able to write some things down?
I just joined.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, I will send you the details. And we have the recording as well.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please mute yourself. So let's go to the next thing on the agenda, and that is introducing our guest speaker, my mentor. Please, I want to welcome Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen. He has been a great influence in my life, my family, and to people around him. He's an influencer. Let me use that word, influencer, and a scholar as well. I'm sure that many of us would have read the biodata we sent on all the groups. Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. This is really an honor to have you here, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Kenny. Yes, go on. Okay. Sir, please let's welcome Mr. Sulaymon Tajudeen. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
Somebody is actually raising his hand. So
okay.
I don't know, like, does he want to say something?
Yeah, Baba Land.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Baba Landlord. Baba Landlord. Okay. But anyway, if can we continue, or somebody has something? Okay, good.
Yeah, I think okay. Yeah.
So we can continue, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will start my speech already then, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I will share my screen quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can see, sir.
Good. So because it's going to be.
Yes, sir, I can see.
Good, great. Like a small presentation. So, welcome everybody again to the seminar. I'm really happy and to be with everybody now. It's actually an honor that you took out your time to attend this seminar. That is really, really appreciated. And Tobi has mentioned one or two things. Yeah, I mean, Tobi was trying to flatter me or something. I'm just a very humble and gentle person. And then, yeah. And of course, it was good to hear that at least somebody feel that I was a positive influence on them and also on their life. And that's what life is supposed to be all about. So how can we positively affect each other? And how can we grow together? And those are the most important things. I decided to choose this topic about self-awareness. But before I start my speech, maybe I quickly introduce myself a bit. So I'm Sulaymon Tajudeen. I was originally, is it bread and butter? How did they say it? In Lagos, Mushin to be specific. So I grew up there. And then I attended my secondary school, Igbo Secondary School, if it is familiar for some people. After which I proceeded to Yaba College of Technology, where I studied electrical engineering. After which I got the opportunity to work as an electrical automation specialist at Nestle Foods, where I worked a couple of years before moving to Finland to further my studies. So when I came to Finland, I studied again another degree, which was actually in business. It's like a complete shift, actually, which was really, really, really interesting. And that kind of also really helped me to discover even some of my hidden self. And that's what the topic of today also supposed to be all about. So I'll be talking more from also personal experience. And I would also really appreciate, like, this seminar should be quite interactive and engaging. So please, in case you have anything, something pop up in your mind, just please, you can interrupt me, or you can just raise your hand and just open your mic and speak. so that we can all actually learn from each other, because I believe that is what life is all about. We all learn from each other. As is commonly said, that no man is an island of knowledge, so we are all just learning from each other. We all have unique experiences, and it's very, very important. So I'm happy to also learn from everybody. Please share your experience with me. That would be really, really interesting and great to hear. So as I was saying, after my bachelor's again in business studies, I proceeded to study industrial management in my master's. And also that's also what I'm currently doing for my PhD studies at the moment. And then it's quite interesting to have this mixture of engineering and business at the same time. I believe this is business student, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm trying
Yes,
to
sir.
kind of address like less of technical jargons and just speak some business languages and which everybody can actually relate with. So imagine yourself, and you want to sell a product, right? And you don't even know about this product. How can you sell it? You guys are business guys, right? And maybe it's not the best example, but in some sense, we are also like a product. If we think about it like that, because imagine you have to sell yourself for you to get a job, for you to even, I mean, you go for an interview, you have to promote yourself somehow to the interviewer. Or even though when you go and do JAM, you have to write hard, study hard. So all this is what life is all about. And that actually means that if you don't really discover yourself, you're not really aware of yourself, you've not really had some self-reflections about who am I really? Because as is commonly said, like a problem already identified is partly solved. I'm also trying to be conscious of the time. It's supposed to be 30 minutes, right? So let's quickly look at our agenda. So this is supposed to be the agenda, of course, the opening speech. So we are on the third agenda now. On the third agenda now. So that's supposed to be like 30 minutes. Then of course we have some other things on some personal branding, leveraging on some CV clinic, and of course something about time management. Then the most interesting part here is actually the AMA session. We're supposed to be like some sort of like, you ask me what is on your mind, and we all brainstorm together, and we all have some kind of interesting conversations. And as Tobi has already said, please, I would really, really appreciate that we all kind of try to pay more attention. I mean, just block this 1 or 2 hours. And I strongly believe that we actually learn a lot from each other. So please let's write on this boat together. So please join me. So what is self-awareness itself? I was making an example, right? I was talking about, imagine like, some sort of like a product, you want to sell it. Actually, you don't even know what this product is all about. And they ask you, yeah, this looks really good, but what does it do? What is it actually? What is the name? Oh, maybe that is not so interesting because of course we all know our names. But then beyond our names, do we know ourselves even beyond that? Or do we see ourselves from the reflection of others? And all these kind of come together, like people lose their self-confidence and people lose their self-motivation, and things don't necessarily go well on the long run. So we are all adults, and we've grown, we've had a lot of experiences in life. And have we, at any point in time, ask ourselves, like, what do I stand for? Anybody want to share their experience? I mean, has it ever crossed your mind that, oh, my name is Sulaymon, but who am I? What do I actually stand for? And also be prepared, there will also be a couple of exercises, but this is supposed to be very interactive and for you to also reflect and define yourself, I mean, who you are for real. Or if you look at it more from the technical perspective, maybe some research-based stuff, we're talking about the possibility to understand your mood, your emotion, and what really drives you, as well as the effect you have on yourself and also others. And if we look at the word mood, emotions, I mean, your passion, what really drives you, this is a very important thing that for most of us, okay, I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a good mood. And maybe from our own culture also, we have this kind of, oh, if you're a man, then you should not be emotional. No, I think that's not right. Sorry to burst your bubble. I mean, everybody have emotions. We all have like our pain. We all have what makes us happy. But have we actually paid attention to it? And once we are able to pay attention to this, it's kind of a snowball effect. It cascades on other things. I mean, it's like a roller coaster effect, if you also want to think about that. So once you identify all these kind of elements, you're able to apply them in different areas of your life. Call it professional life, studies, or just like personal life. Or some other people also thought about self-awareness as a high level of concept that include being consciously aware of our internal states and being aware of our interaction and relationship with others. People say, oh, they don't really like me. Oh, I have some problem, or I cannot make friends. Like, if we reflect our internal states, and if we also see how we develop and maintain relationship with other people. Because some people were saying that, okay, I know this person, but then how do I want to keep and maintain the relationship? It's not just enough to establish a relationship. It's also equally important to find a way to kind of like, maintain it. Are we still together?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So some questions, somebody want to bump in and just break the ice? Please, let's open the floor in case something come on your mind. Just please, just stop here and open your mic and talk. There's something we call emotional intelligence. And of course, we all know about CIA, all this kind of, what is it in Nigeria? Is it SSS or what do they call them? This kind of intelligence agency, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, they call them another common name, I forgot. Not the State Security Service, but the name, DSS, yeah. So, they gather intelligence and they're like, okay, so thing is happening here, then let's go there and bust them, something like this. But then what about the emotional intelligence? Do you understand what your own emotional intelligence is? I mean, are you aware of your own personal internal state and also the internal state of other people? And how the two can kind of correlate. Because the question is, oh, why should I know all this? But then if you know that, then you can actually develop your own like SWOTs, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, and how can you actually make it better? So if we continue, I think I missed this earlier, so I'll quickly go back there. And there's actually a very important, I would say, quote, that to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. This is very, very deep, right? Because if you look at it, if you know yourself, they kind of compare wisdom and knowing yourself. And who can share something about this? What is the relationship between wisdom and knowing yourself? Do you see any relationship between those? Somebody? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Can you see my screen? What about other people also? Can you see my screen?
Can you hear me?
Good.
Yes, you can see.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
So I was asking, so what do you think about wisdom and knowing yourself? I mean, what is the relationship between these two? You find some relationship within yourself. So anybody? Otherwise, we can just continue, of course. So yeah, that is the beginning. Okay, yeah, somebody wants to share something. Yes, please, you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yes, please. I think somebody is trying.
Oh, knowing
Yes.
yourself. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
hear
we can
you.
hear you.
Yeah, thanks. Please share your idea with us.
To my little understanding, knowing yourself is the act of understanding what you can do. Understand what you can do, knowing that, okay, this is me, I can do this. But now the relationship with it to wisdom is you now seeing what you can do, then applying it to being able to, okay, seeing yourself, okay, this is what, this, I know myself. Now applying this wisdom to do things you can do and seeing yourself in a way you can do things better. That's the little I can say to that.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. Thanks for sharing. And that's what I said at the beginning. Like we are going to learn from each other. And thanks, Shibes. That was really insightful. And if you look at the last point here, that's what I was talking about. If we can like identify your strengths yourself, then you can either grow or not grow. So did that promote or inhibit your personal learning and also growth? So everything kind of work together. But if you see yourself as a box or as a body, and as I was saying, you are your own HR, you're your own manager, you're your own marketing, you're your own sales guy. You know, life is, you know, we all have needs, right? Maybe we have need for food. When we were young, there's a way maybe we cry. And so, you know, they kind of identify that they have some hunger, right? And if I can identify that, okay, Tobi, want to share something, please? Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, know yourself has to do with your capabilities. And the wisdom is the application of the capabilities.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
yeah, that's also another way to look at it. But then, from both of your answers, it has been more from the positive side. But what about the negative side? Or not necessarily negative, but the areas of improvement, as I would actually call it. Because if I understand my weaknesses, I can, oh, okay, this is what I'm not so good at. Do I want to accept that as my life? Is that my label? Like, oh, you cannot do this. No, why do you think I cannot do this? Maybe I cannot do it now, but can I walk towards it? Can I become better? Can I learn it? Because if people can learn it, if people can do it, why can't I do it? And this kind of like identifying your strengths and your weaknesses, as is commonly said in SWOT. Who has ever done SWOT on his or ourselves? We are all aware of SWOT analysis, I'm sure. In business, they will say, okay, let's see, we want to start this business, this product is really good. But then, no, can we do some SWOT about it? Oh, the product is like, the color is good, the price is good. Oh, maybe it's too expensive as weaknesses, you know. And in the SWOT analysis, then we have this kind of SW is like the internal, the strength and the weaknesses. Then the external factors are usually like the opportunities and of course the threats. So do we see opportunities coming from outside to us and how are we able to actually grab it? And what are the threats and how can we mitigate them? Or how can we actually like learn to cope with them? Because some people, they got really jealous. Maybe their friends are doing well or something, and they feel threatened. But then, are you supposed to feel threatened? Or are you supposed to like, okay, oh, my friend, you're doing well, but actually, how are you doing it? Can I learn from you? And of course, if you have a very good friend, you're able to share. Some people also are not very nice, sorry to say, but that is life. And they also like, they hoard opportunities. No. I mean, if you want to all grow as a community, I mean, there's always this kind of bad thought about, oh, Black people, we don't share opportunities, we inhibit each other, we are, you know, jealousy of each other. We should kind of change the narratives. Yes, like other people usually, you see them, they're always together. Like they can fight within each other, but they will never like, they will come together to fight you. That's what they will do. They will never like, okay, you know, this kind of stuff. So wisdom and knowing oneself, there's a kind of a very strong connection there. But my point on this is that we should not only always look at it from the positive perspective, we should also look at it from the areas of improvement. We don't want to use the word negative or failure, which is part of life, of course. We all fail in one way or the other. When we were growing up, we were trying to crawl, we all fail at the first try at least. Maybe we try to touch something or try to climb, then we fall. But then we never give up, which means naturally, because if you give up, then maybe you cannot walk now because you have to train the muscles, right? And we train the muscle, we try again, and we try again, and we try again. Then we start working normally. Then we're like so proud, so happy. Then we make the first step. Then when we made the first step and our parents were so happy, that, yeah, they made the first step. I say, yeah, we can even do better. And we even start working. Then when we start working, then we even start running. And that is like, life is also in stages, right? So we start from somewhere, and when there's a failure, we accept it and we kind of reflect. And that's also part of what we'll be doing as the exercises today. So if I move forward, just to make our life easier, since we identified that self-awareness is actually an element of emotional intelligence, maybe it's important to like kind of look at this, like this emotional intelligence in its own sense and the areas that it actually has. For example, self-awareness, of course, we've been discussing self-awareness since, but what about self-regulation? What about motivation? What about empathy? What about social skills? I mean, a lot of opportunities in today's like social media, like a lot of time, people kind of get opportunity just by knowing how to network on social media, right? I read this story of this guy that made this very funny image of the governor of Lagos State, right? Do you remember? Who actually remember that? And the guy was actually, I think, but
Yes,
only Akuya. I think that was the name.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, the OOA guy.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. You know, like the guy said he was actually scared when they invited him. Okay, so are they going to put me in jail? But the point is that, you know, believing in what you do, I don't know when he has been drawing that kind of stuff. Nobody draws something that is rubbish, right? People normally draw something nice, and if there's a mistake, people are so ashamed of themselves. They're like, no, I cannot show anybody this. But the guy is not even ashamed to show the rubbish that he has drawn. I don't know whether he can actually draw properly, but he's changing the narratives and he's using the network that he has. He's developing his social skills and using all the medium available. And now we are called the, like maybe the jet age, that we are in this like this social media age. This, most of us are actually millennial, in the sense that they have this generation X, generation Y, all this kind of stuff, if you are familiar with this. But now we are in this, the baby boomers generation is gone, where things are so slow. Nowadays, with the internet, with the social media, like you can already develop a lot of very good network. That's you developing your own social skill. But what about empathy? Because if you are empathetic, let's say at work, at school, at home, you can understand the pain of other people. You can put yourself in their own shoe. But what about motivations? Motivation may be from the fact of, is it like intrinsic motivation or extrinsic motivation? Because these two perspectives, like sometimes intrinsic motivation is like, you just have this personal drive within yourself. You love to draw and you just want to draw, and you have gone to university to go and become an artist. Even though your mom said, no, you cannot be an artist, you be a doctor. And your friends say, oh, look, how are you going to eat? You cannot get any money from being an artist. But you just believe in it, and you just have this strong motivation within yourself. I remember growing up in secondary school, we used to have this, some of my friend twins, Kennedy and Ty, usually they just draw Mickey Mouse. With any pen and paper, they are just Mickey Mouse drawing. Okay, wow. Maybe if somebody has spoken to them, both of them are doing quite good now, but of course they are not artists. But then like maybe if somebody has spoken to them or they've attended a seminar like this, they've actually had this kind of opportunity to reflect like, oh, is this really my strengths? Is this really like things I can do when they just wake me up? There's a common saying that make your passion your profession. A lot of people have work today, but they are not even happy with it. Maybe for some reasons, they just, you know, it's just for you to pay your bills, and life continues. About self-regulation, how can you control yourself? How can you control the urges? So sometimes like, we don't even have control, even let's say on social media, like we just do all sort of stuff. Usually on the negative, on the negative way. So all these things come together to form like a human, like our own personality. And people can say, oh, that person is very caring. Oh, that one doesn't care nothing. And people kind of like profile each other. In our head, we profile each other like, oh, this is who I am, this is who that person is. So if we continue a bit, there will be more of like, now let's talk about why is self-awareness important? Somebody want to share something? Why do you think it's important to be able to recognize your own self? Why? Some input from somebody? Anyway.
We have,
Yeah,
I think
can
we
hear.
have high self-esteem.
What did you say? High self-esteem, okay?
Yes.
That's interesting. So if you identify yourself, so you can have high self-esteem, yeah? But the question is why? Like, why are we supposed? Maybe that's one of the benefits. But now it's about why should we even bother thinking about, oh, I need to identify who am I? Because, you know, normally when we meet somebody, we are so like interested to like know them, trying to be aware of them, right? Yesterday want to say something, please. Yesterday.
Sir,
Yeah, please, you can share your idea.
it gives one sense of direction.
Sense of direction, interesting, yeah. I agree, I totally agree. Because like, imagine you're going from Lagos to Abuja, and you don't even have a map, you don't know where you're going, you just, you know, there's always this they say in Yoruba that you're walking like Ibadan waka for your room. And that takes you like, let's say, 10 hours journey, you are journeying within your own room. That means you don't even have a direction, then you can even direct your life. Tobi, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Why is self-awareness important? I think self-awareness is important because it gives you an insight into your beliefs and whether they are positive or hold you back.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. You said your own opinion is that if you are, the reason why it's important is that you can know whether your beliefs they are holding you back or they are making you forward.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's also very important. Odunu Tomewa also want to say something.
Sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
It helps us to become better decision makers.
Oh, wow, interesting. That's what I wanted. That's my own research, what I found out, like, we're able to decide better on something because you kind of know who you are, what are your strengths, what are your capabilities, what are your areas of improvement. I don't know, I can hear myself back.
Same here, sir.
Can everybody meet? Yeah. Is it okay now? Can you hear me? I think, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay now, sir.
So I forgot the name of the last speaker, Odumbi, right? Was it? Okay, but anyway, the last speaker was talking about deciding. And I think I totally agree with that because if you're aware of yourself, you're able to make a better decision. You understand your own behavior and not only on the necessary, on the positive side necessarily, but also on the areas of improvements. And please remember this, I keep mentioning that because we should normalize the culture of failure. I'm not promoting that somebody should fail, but failure is part of life. And we really have to like understand that. It's okay to fail when you try it the first time. Maybe you don't have enough knowledge, you don't have enough the culture of being so wary of failure is not good. Because then if you don't identify why you're failing, no, you don't even accept failure in the first place, then you cannot even reflect, oh, why am I failing? Then you cannot even dig down and understand the root cause of the problem. Then you always fail again and again and again. And that's why you see people will just get stuck in one place for several years because they are like, kind of like, they're trying to, you don't want to identify or accept that there is a problem. Then how can you solve it? I think these are what we have to keep reminding ourselves, like, okay, let me understand the situation. Let me see what happened. How can I do it better? And even in normal production, I told you I was working in the factory before, like in this production stuff, there's something we call lean management, Six Sigma, continuous improvement. And it's very, very important. And the urge to always get better and better and better is very important as ourselves because we'll never be there. We just keep trying Nobody is perfect. Maybe if I know how to talk, maybe I don't know how to listen. That might be my areas of improvement. You understand what I mean? Maybe you're a very good listener, but then you have to work on your speech. It's okay. You can just try, like, okay, identify the problem, the challenges. Now you are working towards it, and you also surround yourself with people that can help you achieve your goals. So if you look at, maybe if you continue, we can look at like the purpose itself, like why does it matter? What are the benefits? So what are the benefits of self-awareness? Somebody want to share? Somebody mentioned about, I forgot the point the other time. Maybe to have a sense of the, no, it was not that. When I said that, I forgot now, sorry.
It improves their high self-esteem, sir.
Yeah, self-esteem, yes, thank you, yeah. Self-esteem. So if you have a high self-esteem, what do you think that could lead to? Many people have failed just because they didn't try. Just because they were like, oh, what will people say? Ah, what if I fail? Oh, what if this? Oh, what if that? What if I don't make it? Come on, just try. Why won't you just try? The least you can, in most cases, of course, sometimes they are actually like real risk. So I would not also promote to just make some, I would say like not so wise decision. It's good to have some, they call it calculated risk. But you kind of like study, like, you know, we're talking about intelligence, right? The CIA, or before they make an attack or something, or they go somewhere, they collect intelligence. They can even collect intelligence for several months. I've seen some programs like even for years. Some of them might even be like undercover, and they will go inside the whole thing. They're trying to study. Then when they just come in, okay, we are very aware of all the situation. But then in most cases, a lot of us, things have gone. I mean, we've lost a lot of opportunities in life just because we did not really try, just because of our low self-esteem. Oh, I cannot do it. Oh, my mom said I cannot do it. Oh, my friend was laughing at me. They said I cannot do it. Come on, why should your life be based on somebody's thought and beliefs? Come on, it's your own life. I want you to take back your life. Because if you take your life back, you're in charge. Don't take a second seat in your own life. Don't be a passenger in your own life. No, you have to be on the driver's seat because it is your life, right? And you don't want somebody to make important decision about you. And the way we have the thing they call passive, like some kind of passive undertone with the way things are nowadays. A lot of us, we tend to think less. We are less critical. We just consume all the information. Even basic fact check on fake news, we don't do it. Some people have this, they call it like maybe syndrome of pressing share button. Anything, pum, anything, pum. Come on, relax. You're a human being because I'm giving you like this very big faculty of reasoning, the brain. I mean, we have to use it. And not only about sharing stuff, but also about ourselves. And maybe it's time for the exercise now. So are we ready? I want to give us like 3 or 4 minutes because we're actually running out of time. And I want us to maybe write this down in our note somewhere. Who am I? What am I passionate about? What are my values? Oh, that person. Are we the kind of a person that I read something and it's very funny. You know, the person said, I told my son that I will choose someone he's going to marry. Are you following the story? Are we there? This is actually a story time now. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
So I saw this very interesting thing. Like this man actually told his son that I'm going to choose the person you're going to marry. So no, you cannot do that. What do you mean? I have to find my own choice. I have to make my decision myself. I said, okay. But do you even ask me who is she? Who is it going to be? So okay. But just tell me, oh, she's actually Bill Gates' daughter. Oh, really? Okay. I agree. I will marry. You see, value change quickly. Why? Because maybe Bill Gates' daughter is expected to be very rich, or at least influence, popularity, you know. Some people just want to be part of, you know, all these like popular people. celebrity. Some people just dying to become a celebrity. Some people, maybe it's even football. Sometimes also, some people are so sorry to say crazy about football. They put tattoo of the player, they fight each other. Come on, Messi doesn't even know that you exist. So why should you fight people because of him? I'm sure many people will get really angry now with me, but that's just the fact. I mean, you can like stuff, but I mean, don't go so overboard. People start doing all sort of stuff. But anyway, let's continue the story. And this guy said, okay. And the father went to the gate and said, oh, so are you going to give your daughter to my son? I said, no. What do you mean? I will not. Oh, do you want to know who my son is? My son is the president of World Bank. Oh, the guy said, okay, don't worry. It's done. And then this man went to the president, to the chairman of World Bank and said, okay, can you make my son the president of World Bank? He said, no, what do you mean? I cannot. What is it? Who is he? Oh, you want to know who is he? He's actually son-in-law to Bill Gates. You're gonna see how everything kind of linked together. And the whole story is about how things change. When I read this was about world politics and how things kind of change. People just change their values so fast because of position, because of money, because of, what do we actually stand for? That is the question. What do you stand for? What do we stand for? And then what are our life goals? What are our professional goals? Some problem in the past. How do we actually deal with it? What are the results? And what life skills did we use? Sometimes we actually genuinely have some issues in life. I'm really the type that is more like using the power of the community, people around us. Yeah, people could be really down sometimes. Mental health is very important. People don't want to talk about it. There's a lot going on in the country, security, quality of life, a lot of things. So people will naturally, their mental health will deteriorate. Are we saying we should not talk about it? No. Are we the type that can talk to people to relieve our pain? Because we are human, we feel pain, we feel disappointed. This is life, it's normal. It's normal to have all these challenges in life. But the question is that how did we deal with it? Are we the one that can use our interpersonal skill, our social skill, our emotional intelligence to first identify the problem within ourselves and ask for help when needed? So let's just, 2-3 minutes, just maybe jot this down. If it is too little, if the time is too short because we are running out of time, it's okay to just write them out. And I really want you to think about this yourself. Can we see the screen very well? I hope this is not blocking it. Yeah?
Yes,
sir, we can see, sir.
Good. I really want you to ask yourself these questions. And look, nobody's going to answer this question for you. It's actually a personal thing. There is no expo. If you go and use expo, sorry. There's some people, they actually copy people and they still copy their name. Oh, so that is like one of the worst things that can happen to someone. So just like write them down. I can always share also this with, I can share this screen particularly also with Tobi. We have a couple of exercises also still coming. So ask yourself, who am I? Just few words. Of course, you know your name. I don't mean your name. Oh, I'm a very caring person. I'm a person with a very strong motivation. Maybe internally or extreme thing in the sense that you need some external push. Some people, they just want some people to help them. Some students can study all alone. Why some people, they want to study in a group? You have to identify your strengths. Some people, they can easily go, let's apply for that job. Let's go. Oh, Shell scholarship. Let's go and do it. For some people, it's okay. They're like lonely wolf. They can take care of their own thing by themselves. It's okay. So if you identify yourself and your capabilities, and you also identify also how you can use the external resources, because you don't want to be like, you're not alone in this boat. You can always use also other people's strengths at the same time. So do we think 2-3 minutes it's okay to do this exercise? Or also, I don't know, maybe I don't want to play with breakout room so that people don't have problem with coming back to the group. So, do you know about breakout rooms?
No, sir.
Okay. We can kind of like, I can just divide people in few groups, but I think we don't really have that much time.
Yes, sir.
I was just thinking that it's enough that also people kind of talk so that people don't just get so bored. People don't kind of get bored out. I'm just the only one talking. So, so far, somebody want to share anything? Something in your mind that you want to share? For example, what are the important skills for self-awareness? Or are you still on this? Or should I continue? Hello, are we there?
Yes, sir. You can continue,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I can continue, good, okay. So let me just continue. So do you get a screenshot or did you write it down or something?
Yeah, we have some screenshots, sir.
Good, okay, so we can continue. So
Yes,
I really
sir.
want people to talk now. I want to hear your own idea about important skills for self-awareness. What do you think? Somebody have something in their mind? What do you think are the important skills for self-awareness? What do you think are the important skills for self-awareness? If you ask me, I mean, like, learning how to like evaluate a situation is very important. Okay, Adetona Yomide want to say something. Yes, please go on.
I think self-confidence. If you have self-confidence, you'll be able to. I don't know what to explain.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But then, like, how do you even develop self-confidence in the first place? You understand now?
Okay, by trusting your abilities, by trusting in yourself, you can actually have confidence.
Yeah, that is. I actually agree in that. Like sometimes you actually have genuine like struggle on something. It's okay, but then you identify it. Oh, this is the problem. Then you kind of work on it. Then when you're able to, then you actually trust that you can do it. Halima also want to say something.
Yeah, evaluating your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, you should have this kind of analytical skill for you to be able to understand, okay, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the threats within my immediate environment? How can I stop them? Toby, want to say something?
Yes, sir. Practice self-discipline, sir.
Self-discipline. Wow. How can you expatiate on that?
Like there's a book I read, Brian Tracy, The Power of Self-Discipline.
Yeah, Brian Tracy.
He said, yes, for one to achieve some specific duties or assignment, you have to be disciplined. You have to discipline yourself to do some things. And self-discipline has to do with denying yourself of what you like before. You understand, sir?
Can
you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just processing your speech.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, self-discipline is a kind of little bit, I don't know. Some people think it more negative that I just want to chill out. I just want to relax. Of course, it's okay to chill out. Nobody is against that. But then if chilling out is costing your life trouble, I mean, you don't do your work, you don't do your assignments when you're supposed to do it, or you don't even go to work, then no paycheck. So, like, and also in life that we are, like, everybody is kind of self-disciplined for you to be here now. You can just use the time maybe to do something else. Maybe to just watch movie or do something. So it's a kind of, I want to know, I want to identify myself, I want to earn more knowledge and all this kind of stuff. So this is a very important skill. Like if we use it, we are able to, like, you know, in context of self-awareness, I think you can apply it in the sense that you're able to face the situation. You're not shying away from the situation. And this is actually a very big problem. I know why I'm reiterating it, talking about it again. Because most people just, okay, let's pretend nothing happened. No, there's a problem. Be able to be able to analyze, reflect. Another skill also is communication skill. Because we are not alone in this world. We deal with people. And sometimes also people also kind of see us better than we see ourselves. Are you the type that can manage feedback? Are you the type that can even accept feedback? Some people are like, no, no. And sometimes not all, some feedbacks are really good, right? But sometimes some are like, I would not say negative, but areas of improvement. I'm always happy to hear any feedback because yeah, maybe the person is right. What if they are right? What if I was wrong? What if I have another different perspective on the issue and they have a better perspective? And once I say, oh, this one is better, I just have to drop my own. And that's how you can grow. And, being able to analyze the situation, being able to communicate well, and also being able to have this self-discipline, like you really want to face the situation. Yeah, like maybe some of the stuff that we can actually use to develop our self-awareness. And another exercise is, can we just do one quick, let's say 1 minute self-reflection? And we can reflect about maybe the kind of feedback we've gotten from a friend, from a family, or from a teacher. And which one of them was a very good experience, and which one was not so good, maybe some sad experience. Then we'll process that. Then, okay, why do I feel that it was nice? Oh, was it really nice? Or somebody just telling me what I want to hear? It also happens like that sometimes. Like, okay, I know what you want to hear. I will tell you. Then we can just, help you to just release your dopamine in your brain as a feeling good hormone. So, okay, oh, thank you. But for real, we all know that's not the reality. But then if we just keep ignoring the truth, then maybe the situation itself come, then we cannot even manage it. So can you hear me? Somebody said some student cannot hear me.
Yes, sir. Some students cannot hear, sir.
Okay. Maybe they have to check their mic or something. Sorry, can most people hear me? Tobi, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Okay, good. So please, let's actually have they call it 1 minute silence, not that somebody or something bad has happened, but it's just 1 minute for self, 1 minute for yourself. Have this quiet moment with yourself and ask yourself, what was the best, most recent experience that I had, and what was one that is not so good? And why did I actually feel like that? Am I the kind of person that is looking for people's validation in my life? Some people are so crazy with likes on Facebook, on Instagram. No. If they don't like it, before there was Facebook button like, people were living their life happily, right? So have we changed the narratives? Is our happiness based on some, some kind of very ephemeral stuff? So 1 minute, then we can just come back, right? You don't have to log out, of course, just to yourself. Yeah, sorry. Are we there? Are we all there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Yeah. So maybe we can continue now, right? So anybody want to share their experience with us? Anybody want to share? Okay, maybe I can, of course, I can start first. So yeah, my own experience was like, I had a little bit issue with someone I was working with, one of my colleagues. So I noticed like, he just complained unnecessarily about my work. And I was like, okay, I kind of reflect back and ask myself, oh, why is the complaint there in the first place? Like, is it really valid? Okay. And I realized, and I also asked like some other colleagues, and we did not really see any reason for this. And I approached the person and I explained and I said, look, this is what and what and what I think. Unfortunately, it did not really have anything reasonable to say. It was evident, okay, it was not my fault. So, and if you look at the process, first I identify there was a problem. I acknowledge it. Oh, there was a problem. Then I came back and I self-reflect, because this is what the exercise is all about. Then after that, then I use my communication skills. I speak up. Of course, in a very nice manner. You don't have to fight, of course. There's no need to fight anybody. I speak up first in 2 stages. I ask other people what they think about the situation. Then at the end, I ask the actual person. It was evident that, okay, this was not this was not valid. So which means sometimes also, people just get angry unnecessarily with you. You don't have to. They should not define your own happiness. So you can still be happy, even though there might be some negative people around. We're all living in this world. They are not going nowhere. So you just have to learn how to deal with them. They're actually really some negative people. Yes. And then how do we deal with them? That's the question. And maybe something nice. Somebody want to share something nice? Maybe I said something not so nice, but yeah. But that is life. This happens, you know. And we just have to admit it, that it happens. So anybody have that? Something to share? Nobody? Then we can continue, right? Can we continue? So yeah, we've been talking a lot about, you know, like knowing ourselves, and there is this kind of I would say this common dimension overlap: emotional aspect, social, dealing with other people, how we feel about our mood, emotion, cognitive, about our mind, physical. It might even be about physical life. Maybe somebody hits you, of course, you don't feel good. But then if somebody, maybe your parent or something, they touch you in a nicer way, you know, it's okay. They kind of pat you, it's okay, it should be fine. It feels good when you're really, 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 really down and your friend just pats you on the back. Oh, don't worry, it should be fine. Or they were just sharing you. They say, yes, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You know, this is how our brain works. Sometimes also all this kind of external validation, usually in the positive, also helps. But of course, we should not divine. Sometimes we might not really get it. It might just be there's any negative validations that people are giving us. Should they decide our happiness? Of course, we have to be sincere and be able to accept the feedback and reflect if it is true or not, or if they are just being negative themselves. And of course, ethical. This is the very, very most important one. And ethics is very important. Usually people limit it to maybe work ethics, which most people don't even have nowadays. They don't care. They don't care to collect bribe or whatever. No. But then what about even in our personal life? Do you have personal ethics? Some people say, oh, Tobi, I know, no. Tobi, no. Even testing with anything, Tobi will say no. You know, for example, of course, Tobi, sorry, but you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
So, I thank God it's also in the positive line. So, but anyway, you know, it's not enough to just think about work ethics, and what about personal ethics? Do we have personal ethics? I would doubt that. Once, remember the story I told you, because of position, because of money, things just change so fast. And if you're the type of a person that have this kind of flimsy and ephemeral ethics, then it's so hard for you to even grow in life, because you cannot stay on one course. You see this, okay, let's shift. Oh, okay, let's shift. Let's shift. And eventually what will happen? People will just, people naturally lose the focus. And maybe the last one, I think this is the last one. I want to really, really leave you with this. And please, you can write it and make it like, paste it maybe on your board or on your paper or somewhere you can see it. It might even be a wallpaper on your phone or something. Write your life goal. But what about your personal life mission? Write it. And all this will kind of like drive you over and over again. And when you're about to like maybe join some friends that are like misleading you or making you lose focus, you go back and read to yourself, oh, this is my life goal. For example, I want to live a true self, that I am not kind of person that is intimidated with fear. And also I want to inspire others. That's just an example. To live authenticity and also with passion. So your own life goal, you know yourself. And as I said, you have to take the driver's seat. You have to do it all by yourself. Take a moment, maybe 5 minutes before you sleep in the night, ask yourself all these questions. And I really want to be like, this is our discussion today, like what will continuously affect or like have a good impact in your life. Because a lot of people, they just kind of wake up, sleep. If you ask them, what did they see themselves in 5 years? They cannot even answer, because they've never thought about it and they're not even working towards it. Of course, people think in a very shortcut way, oh, okay, maybe I will just go get some Yahoo job or something. No, mean something legit. And this is also another thing that we also have to actually think about. When you're setting your goal, there's something we call SMART. That means your goal has to be smart. It has to be specific. Don't say you want to save the whole world of hunger. Come on. Even the richest people, they are not doing that. It's not impossible if they want to do it. And of course, it has to also be measured. Something you can measure. Something you can say, okay, oh, where am I today? I've achieved 10%. Oh, I want to become a doctor. Okay, you did not sit down and think you went to do, you did whatever, you did jump, you enter first year, second year, you went to medical school, you did your housemanship. You're working towards, okay, I'm 55%, 70%, 80%. You can measure it. It doesn't have to be achievable. Something that is really, really like, apart from being specific, maybe I said it wrong in the first place. Specific means that something you can like, it is clear. But achievable is like something that you can actually do. You're not giving yourself some crazy goals that is virtually impossible. And of course, realistic. Your goals have to be realistic. And T, which is the SMART, is S-M-A-R-T. The T part is like, it's time bound. It's time bound. You don't just leave it open. And say, okay, maybe in eternity, then I will be, no. You have to put, in 2 years, I want to do this. Oh, this year, I want to be, like, I want to have so like certification, this and that. For example, I will also share maybe in the other part, like, what are the kind of certification you can do? Maybe digital certification, some that are even free and all this kind of stuff. So I think I will end it here just to make our life easier. I'm sorry, you guys must have passed through a lot, listening to me for how many hours now? But yeah, I hope it's not the most boring one anyway. So
Not at all, sir.
Yeah, that is good to hear. So please, if you have anything, just ask some questions. Then of course we still have the AMA session. It might not really be related to this topic. Just ask something in your mind. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to so many questions, because I feel this is a very interesting topic, and yeah, should do the reflection. So please, question. Let's answer a question for a few minutes, then we'll go to the next agenda. Okay. Toby, you want to take over?
No question, sir.
Is it Kanye? Oh, I don't know who is. So anybody has something? This is our agenda. So we are done with this. So we can really talk about personal branding, time management, shots. We'll go to this. We can end this session. So yeah, I'm still waiting. Something in your mind that you want to share with us, and just be comment, suggestion, feedback, or just just something that comes to your mind anyway. Yeah, anything?
So I think nobody, sir. Nobody's
Okay.
using the.
So I think that we can just move forward.
Yes, sir.
And then the next topic is supposed to be about personal branding. And then I don't want to do any talk here if possible. I just want to be like on the on the passenger seats. I want someone to like, for example, maybe I don't know you, you don't know me. I mean, just try to like sell yourself to me, basically. Like, let's say you want to get a job or something like that, you're applying. So how can you do it? And how can you do it? Yeah. I assume you've applied for a position of, let's say, marketing director or marketing manager. Like they call it elevator speech. Elevator speech is like a speech you can make in within 1-2 minutes inside an elevator that is so convincing and so informative. It's like very precise and concise. Oh, I'm this, these are my skills, this is what I can do, this is why you should hire me, this and this and that. Somebody? Guys, let's try. It's okay to make mistake, you remember? That's why we are here, just to help each other. Okay. So who is going to open the floor? Anybody? Okay, interesting. Nobody. Okay, it's okay. I think people are still very shy. It's okay. It takes some time to build some interaction, or they call it like to break the ice. We should just break the ice. And I'm sure there's no snow in Nigeria now, so you guys have sun. You should just use the sun to melt the ice very fast. So, but anyway, let's talk about like developing your own personal brand, especially using social media. For example, an individual person is supposed to have some kind of online persona. I don't mean online profile. Online profile, of course, most of us actually, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, Twitter. But then an online persona is like, I would say like a copy of yourself on the internet. What do people know you for? Because in analytics, there's a lot of AI, machine learning stuff that they kind of like learn your behavior, like people's behavior on the internet, and they can recommend certain information, maybe in certain movie on YouTube, or certain channel, or recommendation, like based on what you like. So what kind of online persona are you creating for yourself? Because I don't know how it is nowadays in Nigeria. In most cases, like especially your LinkedIn, some people have lost a job or they've even gotten a job just because of their online persona. What do you put? Like, do you have an online portfolio? Have you taken part in some voluntary, like let's say some online volunteering? These are possibilities just to boost your career. You don't have to wait until you finish. And are you the type that is also trying so hard to develop your skill outside the class? Because it's not enough to just know some theory and you just go and get distinction. Yeah, a lot of us are distinction students, it's fine. But can you translate those theory into like real thing? I don't know, I think you guys are business students, right?
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to do some accounting or some finance or some sales planning. I mean, how can you do it? Even volunteering in some events would make you have some like opportunities or some real life experience. How to organize an event. There will be some logistics. What do we have to add? What do you have to buy? What are the logistics? How do we plan? How many people? The sales, the budget. And we cannot wait until we finish universities to have this, because there are like millions of people that are graduating every year, like, how do we set ourselves apart? And how can we leverage social media using this? If you want to share something that is not very related that you're not happy with, maybe it's better to create another profile. But your profile that has your name and everything, I always think that it's always good to have this kind of something that, I assume that I'm an employer, I can really relate with it. Oh, at least they are doing something. You can even make a small blog or a small website. If I show you this quickly, I think there is something called Digital Garage from Google. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This now, they have a lot of courses. Let's see, you see? Data and tech, and that is very important nowadays. It's not enough that you are a marketing or business student. You should at least also be able to know some tools, Microsoft tools, Office tools, some maybe CRM, that is customer relationship management, like HubSpot. Anybody know HubSpot? Anybody know this software, HubSpot?
No, sir.
Okay, it's supposed to be like an open. I think now they are
No, sir.
money. But these are what you can actually learn. There's Udemy courses, you know, Udemy. You can buy some free courses there to just learn some real life skills. And learn how to use Excel. Of course, we all know Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
Excel, I mean, Excel is very powerful. You can use this like, remember there were some guys I was supposed to work with in bank and they use Excel for everything. You can create some macros, you can even program it yourself. As I was saying, like you being like a business person doesn't stop you from learning some basic coding stuff, or just for you to have some idea about how things work. I don't say you have to go and learn to become a programmer, but understand some logic, because in the future, this is where the whole world is going. Now look at the pandemic now, it has actually opened up a lot of things with internet. Imagine you are like, oh, I know how to use Facebook, but you cannot even use Zoom, and you're supposed to get a job online. People have gotten a lot of money just from digital marketing or from kind of affiliate marketing, online marketing, just blog, writing blog. We all know about Linda KG, what is her name? You know?
Yes, sir.
All these tech about people. So these are what we can use all these social media for. I mean, for us to develop our skill and also to develop our income. So I think they have some courses. Let's check. I think they're also free, they also come with certification. You can see fundamentals of digital marketing, online business. Yeah, and they also, some of them are also very short. I think they have some certification. Yeah, free courses if you don't want to pay. So fundamental of digital marketing, it's actually 40 hours. And I think it's also from Google. And I think it actually came with certification also. So yeah, those are like some possibilities. And then LinkedIn, for example, if I show you my LinkedIn, I actually saw one thing a few days ago, and it's very interesting actually. It's very, very interesting. If I go here, my profile, sorry, I have something on. Yeah. So let's hope I can find this quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Good. So there was a guy actually that, okay, maybe let me see my activities. There was a guy that Let's see, I think it's, as you can see, like I'm more on the tech side. You can see I'm kind of creating this kind of persona of my online stuff. But let's continue. I think we should see it. There was a guy, no, not that one. Yeah, this is it. You see what this guy did? Can you read?
Yes.
Let me open it in another so that you can see it. You see what he did?
Yeah, we can see, sir.
BSc
Yes, sir, we
banking
can
and
see. He said he
finance,
has
first class grad, looking for entry level
Yes.
role, graduate, and he put his LinkedIn and he put his CV. Approach, and this guy, if I show you, look, it's over 58,000 reactions. And a lot of look at outcome. I'm sure, hopefully this guy will get something. It's this guy, I think he said he was going to work and he saw him and he just started to post it. This is how to use internet, social media, for you to get job for yourself. I'm not saying that you should not post what you want to post, but you know, the point still remains that are we also taking the power of social media? Because look, I think when I checked it the last, it was like maybe a few thousand, but that is the power of social media. Things move very fast. Maybe someone says, oh, first class grad, what can you do? Okay, can we make an interview with you? And then I got a job. So we should not also be like so shy or so afraid. Oh, what will people say? What's gonna happen to me? No. But he actually took a risk. It's actually a very good risk. As people will say, no, what is this we are doing? But then imagine he finally got something. And that was my comment. I said, getting the word out there. Never say no to trying, just give it a try. You never know where it might take you. Courage and challenging the status quo. You're not the kind of person that's, okay, this is how we do it. No. You always want to challenge the status quo and you always want things to be better for you. I don't know what else comes to my mind. And that's what I have to share on like developing a personal like persona, like this kind of brand. We have this online persona that when people think about you, when they see you online, they say, oh, I think he's into tech. Oh, I think he's a business guy. Starting from even your picture. Yes, our picture. You don't want to put a picture that is like, nah, you know? You should look kind of professional and also, you know, especially on LinkedIn to be specific. I think Facebook is more like general thing. Maybe probably Twitter also people also use it for one or two things, but LinkedIn especially. Do you have a LinkedIn profile? If you don't have, please create one. Are we all there?
Yes, sir.
Then we should start.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Then we should start building our persona.
Link.
You don't have to sit down. LinkedIn, yes, this website, we all know it, right? LinkedIn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Should create our profile there and, you know, join some groups, you know, learn and you never know. And also sometimes also there are even some jobs also that can come. And I don't know, they also post jobs also in Nigeria on LinkedIn, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So you never know. And we should not also be shy to also take even unpaid internship. It's just for you to gather experience, especially when you're still in school. Just for you to gather the experience. Go out there. When I was studying at Yaba Tech, I studied electrical engineering, and of course, we all know what it is. Well, what is it in Nigeria? They will kill you with theory, right? I'm not satisfied. That's what they will just kill you. You have to memorize everything, all this formula for machine. These are. It was very stressful. Thank God I got an escape. Anyway, but as I was saying, I never accept that. No, I think it can be better. Okay, I learned all this. Oh, how can I use it? And there was this other teacher, he's into electronics, and I also really love electronics a lot. I was reading inverter and stuff. I went with, no, after class, I would just go to his office, just start discussing. I created my relationship with him. Then I also kind of maintain it, and I learned a lot from him. We made different projects. Even when I was even still working, I was still making some side income. Side income is another thing, as you guys call it, side hustle, right? What is your side hustle? What is your side hustle? Yeah, it might just be about writing some blogs, and if you become popular, it might even just be like, for me, I don't even like, if you are the one that also like to do extra thing along your school, maybe learn some other hand work. Somebody say, why are you telling me handwork? Yeah, you have to also have some hand thing you can do with your hands. Sorry to say, to burst your bubble, I don't know how many kind of work I learned in this world. Let me say that I did. I only learned one work, which was carpentry from my sister's husband. For other works, I was repairing phone. I also learned how to repair phone. I was repairing phone. I was painting. I don't know what I did all do. All this actually come handy on the long run, because not only that, they just kind of develop your mental skill, and you're the kind of person that naturally you can survive on so many terrain, because you never know where life threw you. When I came to this country, I didn't have anybody, but all these life skills that I've learned just kind of be with me. I was like, oh, this is who I am. I can survive. I can make this happen. I just go for it. Maybe my parents are not the richest, but I said, I want to study abroad. I identify my strengths. I go for it. I work for some years. I save some money. Now let's go for it. And when I started working, I said, look, I will only stay here for 3 years. No, I think my initial was 2 years. Fortunately, I have very good pay. Let's just leave it like that. I came inside also. My boss also got me like double promotion. I mean, even come with more pay. But those are actually distractions. No, I have a goal. I have to follow my goal. I still want to go and study abroad. I want to improve myself. It's not enough. So my boss, I went to do TOEFL. You have to do this test of English language, whatever. My other boss was like, oh, the guy, all this Nigerian problem. The guy told my manager, I said, yes, I have to leave. The guy said, yes, I know you are going to leave. I was like, oh, then why did they employ me? I know. On the interview, I was very impressed, and you answered all the questions. I said, you're a very smart young guy. Of course. But please, can you wait for a while? Because at our factory at Nestle, Shagamu, it was a green field. I don't know whether you know about green. It was a greenfield project. Everything was a grass. So the entire factory there today, we actually made it. It was actually a teamwork, but I personally took a lot. I personally installed, do a lot of things, like my handwork were there. And that means that I could also maintain, I could also sustain the entire factory, the running of the factory, when we were producing maybe about 25 million cubes of Maggi per day by then. 1,500 cubes per minute for one machine. And we have about 16 of them. Anyway, I don't want to get into those technical stuff. And the guy said, please, can you just wait for a while? Just help run this plan for a while. Having some plan for you, this and that. Give me, another distraction. Fortunately, I did not get my visa the first year when I applied. In the second year, I got it. I was like, I have to leave. And I visited the place back in 2019. People were asking, are you coming back, this and that? I know if I decide I'm coming back, really I would just be given a managerial position, which means it was not so easy to leave everything back, living comfortable. But then, are you the type that never settles? That is the point. The point is that you should never settle. Don't be like with little thing, this is the best thing. You don't want to improve yourself. No. I said, okay, my boss, I still have a very good relationship with my bosses then. Oh, there's something, maybe I become an area manager. And the pay I will get by then, maybe I'll work 20 years to get the same pay. If you're a manager at Nestle, then that's a really good money. So, but then I have to pay the price. Just like my friend always say, are we ready to pay the sacrifice? Are we ready to pay the price? So yeah, to just get things really straightforward and a lot of this talk. So let us think about promoting ourselves on the internet, especially on this professional level. We should never wait and should never settle. We should also be able to tap opportunities very fast, especially on the internet, on the social media. There's a lot of opportunities there. And sometimes also they don't have to leave Nigeria for you to even get some remote work. Of course, if possible, I want everybody to leave Nigeria. I'm sorry to say, but I know I'm on a record, but I want everybody because sorry, Nigeria is not working, So we are not here to discuss Nigeria. Let's just continue. If I have the power, I will just take everybody.
Okay.
Maybe except the politicians. Maybe except the politicians, eh? because they're the one destroying everything. So yeah, so let's think about this, and we can never seize opportunities if we are not ready for it. So if we are not ready for it, we'll never be able to capture the opportunities. Let us always struggle and strive to just prepare for opportunities. And it doesn't matter, I told you I was born and raised in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether your family may be not so rich. It doesn't matter. My parents are not the richest. Of course, we are not the poorest, but it's anything you set your mind, you can actually achieve it. That's the point. That's the point. Just set a goal for yourself and work towards it. And if some distraction comes, go back to your drawing board. Is it really an opportunity or is it a distraction? So yeah. So we'll quickly treat some. Yeah, somebody was asking about my contact information. Yeah, you can easily just follow me on LinkedIn. I actually reply. At least this is my name on LinkedIn. So you can follow me on LinkedIn. I'll connect on LinkedIn also. So also have the same name also on Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. So last week we actually discussed some CV that I told Tobi that we should also do something with the CV, right?
Yes, sir.
So how many people have CV here? Have you actually written your own CV? Anybody?
No, sir.
So yeah, I think that's the first step. So let me just make this bigger. Yeah. So maybe not this one. Do I have? Okay, maybe this one, maybe this one. I was thinking that we should review this CV and maybe just learn from each other. Did anybody, have you done some internship or something like that? Somebody, have you tried to apply for a job or some scholarship? How did you go?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I think we should already start. I'm sure they have all this kind of, did they still do it? All this, was it Shell and stuff like that, scholarship? I think it's for everybody, or it's only for engineering students. I cannot remember. Well, anyway, just nowadays you can even volunteer. I saw this kind of, was it online volunteering? Let me see. I think. So online volunteering for business students. I know you don't want to, why should I do like a real, free job? But then all this actually could give you some credibility. For example, United Nations volunteers, maybe they want to do some business translation or something, or maybe they just make some research. Like this is quite interesting. Do something that, okay, let's see what it is. I really like the name. Yeah, so these are some possibilities. Maybe I should put all these links in chat so that everybody also can have the possibility to see it. Or maybe I should also put the entire link. So we'll start from maybe volunteering, if you don't mind. Maybe it can just be, some of them even are very flexible, maybe just 3 hours in a week. Why? Because, if I go to your profile and I say, oh, volunteer, so United Nations. Oh, okay, at least this one is doing something, But then if it's nothing, it's like, oh, okay. You said, do you have any experience? I know with this job requirement nowadays, you are 25, they want you to have 25 years of experience. So where do we start from? So, but then of course, I understand it's just a way to get rid of people because the market is very full. They just want to get rid of people really fast. So that's all about that. But let's try to see some CV that we can easily review. Let me see. I don't know is this one CV, Tobi?
Yeah, no, I sent 5.
Is it somebody's CV? Huh?
Yes.
Some of the people participating in this group. Because I think these are some excess. I don't know who is living in England. Yeah, Sheffield. But anyway, The whole idea about CV is like, as I talk about elevator speech, it's just like I'll say it's like your representative to the marketing, to the recruitment manager. So we want you to be very concise, want you to be very short as much as possible. I want you to go straight to the point, right? So maybe I think I would, yeah, I'll quickly share my own so that we can see some of, I have different CV. That's also another thing. You should always tone or tune your CV to the job. Don't be the other person that just like take one CV. And am I talking with like, are you guys first year, second year, or which year are you?
So we have final year student, on-level
Good.
student.
Good.
Yes.
So good. So because sometimes also maybe if you're first year, you're thinking, okay, maybe I don't need, but I think the earlier the better. If you also start early, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't matter. And with these online possibilities, there's a lot that can happen also. I think I really like this CV, though it looks short, but though I'm looking for certain things there that are not there. Are you guys with me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Or maybe I make it bigger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like this is better. Like this, is it better like this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this CV goes straight to the point, but then it kind of skip. It does not even have the name of the person. So maybe this is not very good. Oh, sorry, this is page 2. So maybe we have actually missed page 1. Let me try to.
Yeah, I sent 2 pages for this CV, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah. The recommended page for a CV is maximum. I was talking with some recruiter a few days ago, and they were like maximum 2 to 3 pages. I mean, don't go and put the story of your life inside it because nobody's going to read it. Sorry to say, it's not a little bit bad, but sometimes you have a lot of experiences, but then are they really relevant to the job? And number 2 is, do you have to tell us every day by day, everything you do every day? You carry this or you carry that, you do this. No. Find a way to make it very easy to read. Because, I mean, it's also a human being that will read it. Sometimes some companies, if it's a very big company, they use some machine readers that even filters in the first stage. So in that case, most of the time, what you can do, the trick is that you go and check the job advertisement, and if they are looking for some keywords, motivated person, that should also be on your CV somewhere, maybe about yourself or something like this professional profile. A passionate restaurant manager with successful background. They say, okay, a passionate restaurant manager, qualities. Successful project, you put it there. So by the time the computer actually filters, yours can pass through to the next stage. But if you just put some random stuff that does not really align with the CV, with the job advertisement, then, I mean, that doesn't work. Yeah. So like this is very good. The name, its current position, I guess. And of course, the location, the phone number and email. And it's always good that your phone number and email, they're like working phone number and working emails. So it shouldn't be like an email that's, is already dead, or you don't even check it 1 million years ago. Maybe in the future, they will allow us to put our social media because people are always there, or they can even allow you to put your WhatsApp number because almost everybody is on WhatsApp every day, right? But at least until then, we have to make it very official and very formal. The phone number, the email that is working, and this is good, but I feel it's a bit too long. Maybe just few lines, maybe 3 to 4 lines to talk about the professional profile. Usually it's about, are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Am I too fast or do you get anything? Please just tell me, you can stop me. Sorry, I did not get anything. Of course, I can always repeat or say it in a clearer way. So can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so your professional profile, something like really I don't know, something really coincides about your professional goal, what you have done, your passion. For example, if you're the type that I love cooking, you can put some personal story. Oh, I learned how to cook from my grandma because I really love how to cook. And since then, I've already built my career around this or something like that. Then there's some element of personal touch. Because okay, there's official, but we're all human beings. And when you tell story in a very more personal way, it's more relatable. If you make it too dry and too official, it's like, okay, just get straight to the point. So you can also put some element of personal story in your professional profile, but of course not overdoing it. Something really coincides and straight to the point. Then listing the core skill, this is also very good, but I don't know. Some people, maybe they want you to put your education here already, but this is also good. I also really like this because if they are looking for any of these skills, you can already see, okay, oh, he knows how to do staff management, good. Oh, kitchen also, okay, let me continue. Because on average, recruiters, normally they spend like maybe 1 or 2 minutes on CVs. Because they're also human beings, they cannot sit down and read every single thing. So it's better to make it as easy as possible. Then listing the responsibility, the time, the position, this is quite good. And the key responsibility and the key results. Yeah, this is very good. You tell us what you did and also what you achieved. And usually in the responsibility or in your achievement, you can say how you also achieve it. Oh, achieved, yeah, very good. Achieved some so by 23%. Increase the profit of the business due to like efficient management of resources by 25%. And that is very clear. And I increase the profit. You increase it. What do you mean you increase it? What did you do? How did you increase it? And by how many percent? So it's kind of measurable now. And also reduce food waste by 5%. Another also important. Then also something similar along that way. And for referees, nowadays, I think it's also enough, to ask also for referee on LinkedIn. You can ask a referral. I don't know where. I think they normally put it somewhere. Yeah. So you can ask for referral, you can give, you can take, so you can ask for all this kind of referral. And I don't know, some recruiters are even happy that you just snap it and you put it in your CV. That should also work. Like here, you said, okay, you just snap it and you attach it here. So you can see that this is a real thing. It's not that you just go cook up some things. If I'm a recruiter, I will even find that small validating. Because of course, maybe some people will go and, maybe you go and fake it, then they came to your profile and nothing is there. Then you're in a big trouble. They will just, remove you from the whole recruitment process. So I think it's not good to do that. Then that means the person is not even honest. And of course, we also have some certification. It's very important to put them there. And the education, depending, I think more in Europe here, we always want to see the education first. So because they're more, in America, I think you can put more on the skills and stuff like that. So I also think also in Nigeria, also maybe they want to see the skills first. Anyone that works for you. But remember, the whole idea is that it is straight to the point. You have your speech or your what you wrote are very clear. Like the one we saw here. Said successfully reduce food wastage and cost by 5% and achieve 95% in customer service satisfaction. Maybe you can extend it a bit by engaging in more like staff to be friendly or something like that. If you want to tell us how you actually did it, that would also be interesting. And I think that is that about that. So yeah, anybody have any other thing to add? Everything is very similar, so we don't have to waste our time on going back to it. You should have some questions, especially the final year. Somebody is okay, yeah, please ask your question.
Yeah, sir, that was me, sir. I attended a seminar, I think last month. That was last month. And they taught us some things whereby I wrote down, and it's about basics of CV/resume.
Resume,
so yeah. They differentiated the two, and they said a CV helps shows your skills, experience, and shows people you are the right person. And a resume is the ultimate marketing document. A resume is not about your memo. So what my own question is that they say something and I'm still trying to understand. They said a CV has no limit. Why a resume has 2 pages only?
I don't know, like, because, are you done? Sorry, are you still asking questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I remember also doing this my meeting with the recruiters and this seminar we were talking. There was also a similar question about, oh, what's the difference between resume and CV? I don't know. I think it's more just on the choice of words. I think for the British is more on the CV, curriculum vitae, what do they call it? Then the American standard is like the resume. But honestly, I cannot say this is the difference. I've seen it several times that people kind of use it interchangeably, even companies, recruiters. So I don't know where those guys come up with those things, because no matter how, it's just few pages, 2-3 pages. You don't want to write like 16 pages, whether it's a resume or a CV, because you have to also consider those people that are going to read it. They're also human beings. They're not machines. They will just say, okay, first 2 pages, oh, interesting. It's not a novel. And it's not your biography or something like that, you know. People also will kind of get tired if it is too long, because normally they will also still kind of like call the people for an interview. As you said, like, it's just like a very brief, it's like a glimpse into your professional life, who you are, what you've done, what you can do. So if you're able to convince them, they say, okay, interesting, tell us more, we want to hear more. Then they invited you for a normal interview, and of course, then people talk one-on-one. There's a lot of things to check. I mean, in bigger companies, maybe they check for cultural fit. It's enough that you have the technical skill and stuff like that. But then, do you know how to behave with people in the office? Do you have a similar value, similar work ethics, similar like understanding the work culture? Do you have all this also? HR also, they will not tell you we are checking this, but they normally check this, especially for a more senior position. I want to check, because if your work value and your work ethic is different, then you're going to come inside the company and cause a lot of trouble. I don't know. I hope I answer your question. Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So more questions. We have a few minutes. We quickly do AMA session. We started our AMA session already, so that we can. Sorry, more questions? More questions? AMA session now. You can ask anything not even necessarily related to this. We can brainstorm together on it. If you have something on your mind, please. Kenny, they want to say something. We cannot hear you very well, Kenny. Hmm? What did he say?
He said he doesn't have any question, that is listening to you, sir.
Okay. Then you said that a lot of people are
sir.
not online already. So yeah, I think we should just round it off now. Thank you everybody for joining. And then I hope it was beneficial session.
Hello, sir.
Hello, I can hear you.
I don't understand the elevator speech, sir.
So the elevator speech is just thinking like a concise, a very short summary about yourself that you can say within 1 to 2 minutes. Let's say you go from level, let's say floor 1 to floor 2. It's very short. So that's what the elevator speech is all about. You go straight to the
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good. Can you see my screen still?
Yes, sir.
So more questions. Yeah, I saw introduce yourself, present the problem, present the solution, share the proposition, add a call to action. I think this is very good. I can put the link also in the group for anybody interested. So more questions, then we can end this session.
Oh. Okay, is that the example of an elevator speech?
Yeah, I will put the link now. Where is the meeting? Ah, okay, yeah, it's there.
Okay.
So they give an example here. So you can just, Toby, please, you can share those with everybody. Please copy it from the group and share it with them.
Okay, sir.
Let me also just keep a copy so that we don't lose them.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Sorry, it's okay, we are still within time. Yeah, good. Only 1 minute over. So I hope you guys have learned something. And I hope I did not finish you with my talk.
No, sir.
Yeah. Well, yeah, James wants to say something quickly. James, Kennedy.
I wanted to ask if
We cannot hear you. Can you please write it in the chat?
Yes, that'll be better.
Okay, good. Now it's better. Yeah. We cannot hear you again.
Send a message on the chat, sir.
When you start talking, then it went. The network went bad.
Yes.
What do you guys think overall about the session? I hope you learned something. Or some feedback before we end the session.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the students, they are expecting the recording, sir. I want to ask that, would the recording be ready after the seminar, sir, immediately?
With Zoom, I think it takes some time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I think I'm recording it locally, so that's good. So I will put it on my drive, then I can share the link. Then everybody can download it from there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. So any other thing? Okay, I think Kennedy has sent.
Yes.
Okay. Kennedy was asking about links, and yeah, of course, like this Google Garage or what is it? Did I paste it here? Yeah, let me see. I think this Digital Garage is very good. Yeah, Udemy is there also. I think I will try to make a comprehensive list, or just put everything in one place. I think we've seen this guy. Let's just close in. So,
sir, I have an idea, sir.
Okay.
I think, sir, I should send all the materials to me, sir. I will disseminate it.
Yes, sure. I will send it to you. So Udemy also is there. Coursera, so many websites that you can take some free courses. And also some online volunteering stuff. So yeah, I think we are done for today, right? So in case anybody also have some feedback, please just let me know, okay? Yeah, thanks, Kennedy. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I will stop the recording now, okay? Hello?
Really appreciate, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so
Thank you so much.
I'll
Thank
stop
you for this
sharing
honor,
my-
sir.
yeah, you're welcome.